Welcome to the North East Football Show.
We've travelled through to Sunderland this week.
You be happy about that?
Yeah.
Hey lads, you alright?
Where have you getting that from?
It's alright, isn't it?
I told you what he was like last week.
Les, we need to be having words about this. Roll titles. So as you can see by the smile on Les's face, we're actually in Sunderland, his hometown. You be happy about that?
I am, and there's one or two ex-Sunderland legends here today, as well as a Middlesbrough one, which I'm not so keen on speaking to, because no doubt he'll have a particular view on last week's game. And Steve?
Yeah, I'm sure we can find a Newcastle legend as well here. It's a great facility, and I've got somebody lined up.
I'll bet you have.
So last week, obviously, I was off with the old crutches. I was gutted I missed the first show with you. How did it go?
It went really well. It was good to be at Dunstan. As you know, it's sometimes difficult to interview people that you know really well, but it was there, nice build up to the FA Cup game, which we drew 3s each and replay on Wednesday. But no, Les was taking a bit of a mick out of you, but it went really well.
Well, as you'll know, this show, that's all we do, take the mick out of each other, so you'll be joining in with that, I'm sure, through the seasons. But if you know everything, where's Les now?
Les is now with Ian from Calsonic.
So Ian, I got the call this week off Gary Bennett, who tells me about today's event, and he mentioned the company, and I have to say I ended up ringing him back saying, what is this company? I didn't know anything about it. So what is your involvement in?
What we are is an automotive supplier, and we've been here as long as Nissan. We're one of Nissan's key suppliers. But we aren't very well known. We're quite proud of our involvement in the North East. We have a lot of really good staff within the CK plant, but people hadn't really heard of us. So we've been doing a lot of work on connecting with the community, various different projects, and with football and sport being such a high profile activity within the North East, it was a great opportunity for us to share and put something a little bit back into the community as a business by arranging this 4-day activity with Back to Basics. We've arranged it for our staff really as a big thank you for a great group of staff who've made us what we are really and taken us to where we are, and we wanted to give them an opportunity to bring their children along and relations and people and share that with us.
We're only shown in the North East, so I need to ask you first of all, who do you support?
I'm a Newcastle fan.
Your personal views, and don't pick on Sunderland, we'll just have Newcastle views.
Well, I think from a Newcastle point of view, as anybody would be, gutted to not be playing Premier League football. I think we're looking to build again, to come back, which we need to do, because with a club that size, it'd be fantastic to have 3 North East teams in the Premier League playing more than one derby game. This year I'm not sure. I think we started poorly. We haven't really played well yet, but we've managed to get some results, so I'm hoping it's a sign of positive things to come. Keep my fingers crossed.
You're taking on apprentices at the moment?
Yes, we have some opportunities for maintenance apprentices, advanced maintenance apprentices and manufacturing apprentices within the plant. Again, good opportunities. We like to bring in local talent and give them an opportunity to develop, so yes, we have those opportunities.
Brilliant. Well, what we'll do, we'll put the website along the bottom of the screen, and anybody who's interested, just visit that site.
Well, his second interview, he's had one Newcastle legend already, and he's getting another one. Steve's now with Steve Howey.
So Steve, 2 defeats and now 2 wins for Newcastle United, 6 points in the bag, up to 7th place. Well, how do you think the start's gone with Newcastle United?
Look, I think for me it was always going to be difficult. I mean, that league's difficult anyway. It's so hard, games week in, week out, 2-3 games a week, really. I didn't have any problems with the squad. I think the squad's very good, it's very strong, good players. Obviously the manager goes without saying, but when you play these teams, you need to match them, for their like kind of fight and them really wanting to try and upset the team. And I think the first 2 games, the lads were kind of maybe a little bit shocked at kind of the standard as well. They seemed to get to grips with that. Not a great performance by any means in the 2 last games, but the 2 wins and 2 wins and just getting wins in this league is so important. Initially, when you're thinking it's a poor start of the season, it's not bad. Look where the team is.
He's been called the Tinker Man already. He's made a few changes, Rafa Benitez. Lascelles gets the captaincy, then he's dropped. Dummett gets the captaincy, then he's dropped. Hasn't really found his best back four yet. What's your views early on?
I like Clark. I like that Henley. Good solid players. I think possibly it will be Mbemba and Lascelles. As you said, Lascelles gets it, then drop, then Dummett, drop. I mean, you don't want the captaincy, to be quite honest. But he's letting players know very early, look, if you don't perform, you're out. Because the squad's big enough and it's good enough for him to do that. So lads know if you don't perform, you'll not be playing the next game.
Dwight Gale handed the number 9 shirt. It's a burden at the best of times for some players, but he seems to have handled the pressure quite well. 4 goals in 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the lad would score goals. I said that at the start. For me, I thought him and Richie were very, very good signings. 2 very good players. He's played in the Premier League. He scored goals in the Premier League. I think he'd probably even get better and get more chances when Mitrovic comes back. Apparently a slimline Mitrovic. If that happens, then absolutely great. Yes, the number 9, it's a big number. The number 9s that Newcastle have had in the past. You've just got to score goals. And the way he's started, he's got 4 already. That's a very good start for the lad.
Keeping Rafa Benitez was the biggest signing of the season, though. We have got some more players in and out, we're led to believe, through the summer. Who do you see coming in the transfer window?
I feel as though because of Rafa Benitez, because of his name, because of Newcastle as a club, the fans, the stadium, you can attract some big players. So it wouldn't surprise me who he gets in from now till the deadline.
Newcastle's next league fixture is against Brighton on Saturday. Chris Hughton coming back to St James's Park. Big game. How do you see that going?
Brighton, good players, good manager. I think it was disappointing for Chris, and a lot of people were surprised at how things kind of turned out in Newcastle, because I thought he did an excellent job. Very unlucky last season to miss out. They've obviously got the vast majority of players still. He's added to his squad as well. They'll be a difficult team. I've seen them little bits and pieces this season, and again look solid, dangerous up front, quick in attack, and I think that's what Newcastle's got to be careful of. I think a couple of times this season we have been caught out in a situation where on the counter-attack and kind of not showing up at the back. But they'll be a difficult team, and I think with it being on the TV, a lot of fans will get to see what Newcastle's like and how it is, the situation up here now. And if you can get a good win against them, that makes a statement, because make no doubt about it, I think Brighton will be there or thereabouts.
And now for the crossbar challenge, with our own Les taking on some of the North East's finest legends.
Dean Gordon, back to basics, ex-Middlesbrough and Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, Snicko!
No, you're not having that.
Yeah. Snicko, I got that's 2. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Julio Arca, representing Back to Basics Coaching. That's the first one.
My name's Gary Bennett, Back to Basics Coaching. If I miss, my name's Dean Gordon. How did I miss? The crossbar must have moved.
Emily Neal, Back to Basics Coach. Right foot in.
Les Langley, North East Football Show, and I haven't practiced once. That's what happens when you practice for an hour before.
Well, we've had the European Championships, we've had Rio, we've had the start of the Premier League. Now we've had Les winning the crossbar challenge. Les, talk us through it.
Well, as you know, Steve, obviously I came straight into this, didn't warm up, and you've seen 2 great strikes and showed the professionals how it should be done.
Highlight of your career?
Well, I always thought that I should have been a professional footballer anyway, so hopefully that's... Obviously, I'm young enough still to do it, so yeah, it could be a highlight.
Great stuff. Coming up after the break on the North East Football Show, Les and Gary Bennett, and a list of excuses of why they lost the Weir Tees derby. We've sent Anthony to Morpeth.